Hello, I am doing a quick sketch for Sunday afternoon. I actually saw a pretty cool thumbnail in my recommended page on YouTube about someone that did a challenge of drawing faces for a set amount of time straight. And I feel kind of inspired to do so, but I haven't fully decided or committed if I'm going to do it. I've committed to uploading daily videos for a period of time, and I'm still on track, but I haven't necessarily been sketching every single time I upload. But I'm getting towards the tail end of the timeline I gave myself in my head. So I'm debating. But in any case, I felt like today would be a good day to get back to my own stopping grounds, do a sketch. So here's the start of it. And here is a lot more detail. So I really started heavily laying in the shadow, and I'm just filling in the eyelashes right now. I'm using the 4B graphite, and I'm probably going to add some thickness with some 5B. I've seen some portrait sketchers actually use like an actual black coloring pencil sometimes, but I find eyelashes really tricky to tackle, so I tend to go with like the lighter grade and just try to slowly build up and kind of cross my fingers and hope for the best. But sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. And beside me is this little workbook, and it's Anatomy for Artists. I think I've mentioned this book before on my channel, and it just kind of simplifies portraits a little bit more. So I like to reference it every now and then, especially as of late, because I feel like I've gotten kind of stuck in my ways as far as how I'm doing portrait sketches, and I still need to do like quite a bit of work. I still need to work on accuracy in proportions quite a bit. So in any case, that's where I'm at. And I think I'm going to leave this as my final result for today. You'll notice that I haven't filled in the hair, just did a kind of a general outline. It's what I do. Still, I'm pretty unconfident on how to sketch hair. And one of the things with hair is that you have to do layers, and it has to be a slow process. So typically one of these sketches take about 2 hours or so, depending on the amount of detail I decide on that day to put into it. Sometimes it'll take an hour and a half. And you can see that because even if at first glance a sketch is, decent, you start to look at it a little bit closer, like this one, for example, and you start to kind of critique it, and you can see where more detail and shadow work could be added. So this is more like an hour sketch, and it's kind of reflected in that. And then that one's not one of my favorites. But the more time you spend, the more lifelike it can look, and the more it comes off the page, and the more the contrast is there. So ultimately, I just try to do a couple of hours whenever I sit down and do the sketches, just so that I can get them out and that I can learn a little bit more about proportion that day. But I still got so much left to go, and it's amazing. I've been doing this since about September of last year, and I'm still finding new things to learn about the whole artistry of portraits. It's definitely not an easy form of art to undertake. Not that I went into it thinking it would be a breeze, but just the amount of skill that it takes. So when you see those artists that have sketches that are almost lifelike to the point where it could be an exact photograph, just know that it takes several hours and it's a lot of refinement. Now, some people just have a natural gift, but I think for most, it just takes a really long time. Now, for some, maybe it'll even take years. I don't know for me personally how long, but I've been at this for several months, and I still have so much to learn. So there's that. Anyways, thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope you have an amazing evening. And just stay tuned to my channel. I'm still going to be doing quite a bit of art stuff, And I still like to do book reviews because this was once upon a time a book blogging channel. And I still read quite a bit, and there's still a lot of books I want to talk about. So it's going to be hybrid. It's going to be books, book blogging, art, me developing my career as an artist and wanting to get better, and just life in general. Anyways, take care. See you in the next video. Peace.